kickoff. Really getting warmed up here. Just moments away. We'll be back right after this.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And for tonight's entertainment, we'll be watching the Memphis Grizzlies facing off against the Indiana Pacers. Checking out the Pacers, they lost their first matchup against these guys. This, their final game against them in the regular season, looking to finish with a split. So right around the halfway mark, we're starting to see MVP candidates emerge. Shaq, you won that honor back in 2000, putting up tremendous numbers.
Yeah, I had a career high in averages, points, and assists, and that was the year of my first championship, Ernie.
Shaq, do you think you should have won more than one MVP?
I sure did. I got robbed twice.
I think overall in your career you should have had 4. But in 2000, when I was working as a student analyst watching you, man, that was a great Laker team.
I appreciate you very much.
Pleasure to know you. Honor
Thanks.
to be sitting here next to you. Isn't
so,
this guy the greatest?
Man, it's Shaq Mendes.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. Welcome, everyone, to the broadcast table. Chris Webber to my right, Greg Anthony to my left. I'm Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge on our sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Victor Oladipo has a huge task and a long road in front of him making his way back from that knee injury. But you talk to his teammates, and they rave about his mental makeup. They say he's an incredible person, great to be around, the most positive guy they've ever played with. So, Kevin, if anyone can come back from this, he can.
You better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Jackson.
And something has really clicked for him at the free throw line. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. A switch flips, and all of a sudden, you're locked in.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Sabonis and Turner up front. Ogden and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. And it's Lamb in at the 3. And for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. Now the Grizzlies' coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
With range to go well beyond the three-point line, Lamb can force the defense to extend further out.
And here's Morant. Brooks outside. Anderson passes to Valanciunas. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Morant. Nailed from three-point land.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the 76ers. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That is his first foul of the game.
A foul right off the bat. You hate to pick up your first one so quick.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Pass to Lamb. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. Offensive rebound. Sabonis kicks to Turner. Anderson with the block.
And blocks like this fire Anderson up, which in turn get his teammates going as well.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
It's good. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes played. Brooks against Oladipo. Now here's Brogdon. He's guarded closely. Pass to Oladipo from the arc. Rebounded by Jackson.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
Here's Morant. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Much more than just a perimeter threat. Morant loves to sneak inside and do damage.
Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Brogdon. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Anderson. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. 6-point game. Passes it to Oladipo. They need this one. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. There's the call. Memphis gets the foul.
And you hear it all the time about how they say reaching the top can be the easy part. It's the staying there that's the true challenge. And Victor Oladipo achieved stardom, but has to make his way back after his knee injury in early 2019.
The free throw drops for Oladipo. And Oladipo had already dealt with soreness in that right knee, and you talked about that, missing about a month earlier in the season.
And some suggested he came back too soon. Hindsight always 20/20, and players want to be out there to help win games. Sometimes teams have to protect them from themselves.
He doesn't get the second one. Memphis leading by 5. Anderson passes to Valanciunas, and it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
And so it's Indiana with it. Grizzlies making the shot. Now here's Sabonis. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. The shot. And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Morant dishes to Anderson. The pass to Morant. Fires the 3. The shot, no good. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Brogdon outside. Pass to Oladipo. To the inside. Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Outside, Jones. It's Morant in the corner. Pass to Jackson. It's not going to go for him. Nice D from Sabonis. Pacers trail by 3. Here's Brogdon. The feed now to Turner. And it's slammed in by Turner.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Oh, they must ramp up the effort level, the intensity level. They're making it too easy for him out there.
Now here's Jones. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oladipo. Here's Jackson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Minnesota. Over Sabonis. And again, Memphis no good.
That's the only way to hold him in check. He's got it inside. You got to have a body on him right away.
Jackson passes to Valanciunas.
In his native Lithuania, Jonas Valanciunas is the star for his national team, making his debut at age 19, becoming the leader for his country.
And the emphasis on mobility, a challenge for lumbering 7-footers like Valanciunas.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not going to be the quickest when you're 7 feet tall, Kevin. I mean, in order to earn his keep, he has to be dominant inside. I mean, he has that capability.
And the first one at the line is good. Looking at league trends, do you miss the physicality of years past, which was so much a part of the time that you played?
I do, Kev. I do miss the physical game. I miss the bumping, the grinding outside in there in the paint. But I also love the new game and the spacing. You know, you can appreciate the game so much more. It's like going to a ballet and being able to see the movement of the players, what they're doing out here. And so I love the fact it's not hampered by guys getting thrown to the floor and grabbed. Do like the physical play, though. I just want to find a happy medium.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them. And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Valanciunas following the score by Indiana. Passes it to Morant. And it's sent back by Turner. The kick out to Oladipo. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got 3 assists tonight.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now here's Morant. 23 points for him the last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And it was the little things, too. I mean, getting to the line, finding ways to get his points any way possible.
No good from Lamb.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Got that bucket in no time at all. That's 7 points for John Morant.
Right there, Morant showing his ability to work off the ball. I mean, he found some space and knocked down the shot.
Now Brogdon. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. From 12 feet out. Rebounded by Valanciunas. For Memphis, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. And a missed layup.
Everything looked good until the finish. And it all goes wrong.
The shot by Brogdon wide open. Sinks the triple. And the Pacers lead by 3.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Morant kicks to Valanciunas. With the shot, Jackson trying to break free. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Now the Pacers with it. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Lamb. Here's Sabonis. And another shot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. The Pacers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he knocks down the first one.
And you look at per minute production, you can make a strong case that Domantas Sabonis at times has been underutilized. With consistent minutes, he can give you an efficient 20-10 every night.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Jay Crowder's checked in for Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson comes in for Anderson. And Grayson Allen subbed in for Morant. For Memphis, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
The free throw drops for Jackson. And Sabonis having to spend some time at the power forward spot in today's game, Greg. He's pretty big for that position.
I mean, 6'11", 240, He's gotten leaner, done some yoga, worked on strengthening those hips, looking to stay mobile, and that ought to serve him whichever position he plays.
And so Jackson nails both of them.
And they are excited about Jackson, a high motor guy with a ton of room to grow, and also displays terrific leadership on both ends.
Shot's good by Leaf.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And the shot's good from Crowder.
At 6'7", Jay Crowder weighs as much as some centers. He's built for contact.
Indiana leading. McConnell with it. Dishes it to Holiday. Warren with the ball. Out guarded by Crowder. That one good for two.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Allen outside. The pass to Valanciunas. Lays it up off the glass. Valanciunas has got his second basket of the night.
Reliable at executing in screen and rolls. Valanciunas, he excels at taking what he sees in these sets.
And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
They kept chucking from distance, and ultimately it was their undoing. A disappointing result.
That's good from McConnell. Chris, when it comes to playing alongside another big guy, I'm sure you have to think of ways to complement each other. Not just him, but it's got to be a two-way street.
Yeah, but it starts with chemistry. It starts with friendship. It starts with wanting to win. And I played with two good guys that come to mind that made me better. Juwan Howard there in Washington, just looking at him, throwing a oop. I would miss 2-3 shots in a row, and we'd look, and he'd say, I'll get you an easy one, big fella. And I would do the same thing to him. We're playing with a guy like Vlade that would say, hey, wait a minute, Bibby or Peja didn't get a shot. Set a screen for them, and he would pass it to them. And then the next play say, now it's your turn. You're open, because they're going to go over there to those guys. We already tricked the defense ahead. So guys that are smart, guys that can pass, and also guys that'll say, hey, man, you look a little tired. Let's switch. I'll check Shaq this play.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. And here's Jones. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Inside, here's Jackson. Kicks it to Valanciunas. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Oh, he's got a role in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Here's McConnell. Pass to Warren. Here's the floater. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Oh, you love seeing Valanciunas spike it back. When he's active on this end, it makes a difference.
Clock at 2. Here's McConnell. His three-pointers off the mark.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Allen drives in. It's rebounded by Indiana. Now, here's McConnell. It's stolen by Jones. Allen inside, guarded by Holiday. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Grizzlies shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That one is off, and Memphis making a change here. Clark's checked in. Good on the second free throw. There's 1:47 left to play in the first quarter. McConnell with it, working on Jones. A shot by McConnell, no good. And the Grizzlies, they come in off the loss to Minnesota. Here's Jackson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Well, in terms of rebounding over the last 10 games, these are the rookies that have been head and shoulders above the rest. Take a look at Clark, one of the game's best, second in the league.
He's been playing some very determined basketball here lately. It's showing in those rebounding numbers.
First one falls for him.
Well, for Josh Jackson, not really the sophomore season he was hoping for. Didn't take a major leap forward and saw him fighting for reserve minutes at times.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. And with Jackson, Greg, they just need to see more from him.
The upside, it's still there for Jackson, but nothing is guaranteed in the NBA. He needs to keep working on his game to live up to the lofty draft expectations.
Now here's Jones. No points in the game yet for him.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
Holiday, the pass to Leaf. 59 seconds left in the first. Just 4 to shoot. Here's McConnell. From outside, off the mark. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Here's Clark. It's tipped, and they'll keep possession. And the second chance effort by Jackson.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The Pacers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Holiday.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Jones looking for an opening. To the middle, here's Clark, and slam dunk by Clark.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Indiana's gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9. Now Warren, he just could not put it together in that loss to Philadelphia. From deep three-point range, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Pacers lead by 1. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, guys, what do you think?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Oh, at the defense spinning in circles. Hard to cover all that ground.
And Joe Allen will bring it up for the Grizzlies. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them. And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Pacers, McDermott is out there with Leaf. And it's T.J. McConnell. Then there's Warren. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard. Now here's Jackson. Inside. Here's Crowder. Connects on the 9-footer. Crowder's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Grizzlies.
Oh, at 6'7", Crowder's pretty effective inside. I mean, he has a way of finishing over length.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. Now, here's McConnell. Warren dishes to Holiday. Ring shot on the way. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got 4 rebounds in this game. He kicks to Allen. Over Holiday. Pacers with the rebound. McDermott's got 4 rebounds in this game. Shoots it up. And the shot is long. Memphis leading. Allen surveying the D. Pass to Brooks. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. Look at Indiana. In the early season, they find themselves down in 9th place.
And right now for the Pacers, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
Yeah, they're kind of in that caught in the middle type group. You know what I mean? You wonder if they need a personnel change to get over the hump.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. Teams are getting shaken up a bit. Coach is usually the first to go, get fired. Do you think teams get too trigger happy with that aspect, coach first and then looking at the team?
Yeah, I do. But unfortunately, if you're the head of the team, that's the responsibility, and that's kind of that's your job to take all of the heat. Being a coach is such a thankless job. You don't get thanked unless you win the championship. If not, it's like, good job. Okay, we don't care about the fires you put out. We don't care about the players you develop. We don't care about the chemistry you built. You didn't win, and so yeah, coaches are usually the first to go, and it's unfair. But hopefully they have some connections and they have a good resume, because they'll be back around somewhere else. They'll pop up somewhere else.
We sure will. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. McConnell passes to Turner. Pass to Leaf. The kick out to Oladipo. Stolen by Jackson. Brooks from outside. It doesn't go for him. So Indiana will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Indiana.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
They needed more fire and intensity tonight. Even if they don't win the battle of the boards, they have to put up a fight. His energy level has never dropped in his game. I mean, he's working his tail off, and the D is struggling to keep up.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, outside Jackson from the arc. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Indiana again turning it over.
And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Turner. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 10 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And not many players possess his kind of ability to protect the rim. I mean, you look at the block total, pretty remarkable.
Yeah, we talk about players getting hot offensively. He's in the same kind of groove with his defense right now. He's a beast at that end of the floor.
Now here's Brogdon. He feeds it to Turner. Here's Sabonis. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And finished off by Morant.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. The pass to Turner. Oladipo with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. With the teardrop. Good work defensively by Crowder.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Here's Lamb. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got 4 assists in the game. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Pass to Clark. Now here's Jackson, covered by Lamb. Crowder inside. Sabonis is there. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
For Memphis, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. The free throw drops for Jackson.
Well, his father played in the NBA. He grew up in Indiana. His father was a teammate of mine, Jaren Jackson, over at the Wizards. He took on Jordan, and those guys didn't do too well. Oh, let me get back to it anyway. But for Jaren Jackson Jr., you could say the game was in his blood and in the water.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Kyle Anderson comes in for Clark, and he can't hit the second. Chris and Jaren Sr., a 3-point marksman, made sure his son worked on his perimeter shooting from a young age.
Oh, yeah, shout out to Jaren Sr. And even as some of Junior's coaches wanted him to focus on his inside game, Dad knew better. He said, sooner or later, son, you're going to need that outside shot. And boy, was he right.
The game now all-time. Anderson's got 6.
With the long frame and adequate strength, I mean, Anderson, he one-ups the defender on that shot.
Indiana's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Oladipo against Brooks. And Oladipo kicks to Sabonis. Brogdon outside. Clock at 6. Shoots over Morant. And that one hits back iron. The Grizzlies shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. The drive by Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
An improved playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Don't sleep on his vision.
Pacers shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Brogdon with it. It's rebounded by Memphis. Valanciunas has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Brooks, feeds to Jackson. Turner against Valanciunas. Morant passes to Valanciunas. Shoots over Turner. No good from Valanciunas.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Jackson against Sabonis. Indiana moving it around. And here is Brogdon. Out to Lamb. Fires the 3.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Brooks against Oladipo. Here's Jackson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Jackson's got 7 points.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Brogdon. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Down low, here's Turner, and he can't stop the run as he misses. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Knocked away. And Anderson kicks to Brooks. Shoots over Brogdon. Brooks misses. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Tyus Jones, he's checked in for Memphis. Pacers trail by 4. Poked loose. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Memphis. On Wednesday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls. Then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz.
And for that game against the Warriors, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
Now here's Lamb. 5 points in the game.
You know what the kind of competitor he is? I know he's upset with his performance and with the score.
Now here's Morant. He's guarded by Brogdon. That's tipped. Pacers trail by 4. And a wide open look for Lamb. They get the rebound. Second shot opportunity. And Oladipo with the lay-in. Good. Oladipo's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I wouldn't want to be the guy who has to keep him off the boards. He is a beast on the offensive glass.
Jackson has the open look. Knocks down the 3 ball. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
And his shot, I mean, has come around. I mean, for most of the first quarter, it looked like he might be in for a long night.
And Brogdon's got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. And that game will be game 3 of 5 away from home.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Hey, man, talk about it. The great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
And here's Morant. After the 3-pointer from Victor Oladipo, Valanciunas, good.
Well, you know Valanciunas can hit a 3, but that 15 to 18 feet range, oh, man, that's his sweet spot to shoot.
Pacers trail by 4. Brogdon the pass to Turner. Oladipo with the ball. Pass to Brogdon from past the arc. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Rebounded by Lamb.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
A smooth first step, good ball handling. Lamb toasted defense on the drive.
Now here's Morant. He's covered closely, and there's the feed to Jackson. Nice D from Sabonis.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Some changes for Memphis. Jackson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And Grayson Allen subbed in for Morant. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. TJ Leaves checked in for Miles Turner. TJ Warren comes in for Lamb. TJ McConnell, he's checked in for Oladipo. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Malcolm Brogdon. To the inside, Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Well, this is the attitude Anderson brings, a selfless player who loves giving it up to his open guys.
1:15 left now here in the second. Pacers trail by 4. And Holiday has it in the corner. Indiana again missing.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Awful display for him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around. The movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
And Indiana shooting a cool 28% in the second quarter. Here's Sabonis. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Memphis leading by 6. Jones drives in. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
he'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
And Indiana shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Passes it to Sabonis. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Allen. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. McConnell passes to Leaf. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Clark comes in for Jackson, and it's Crowder in for Kyle Anderson. In Indiana with a change here, too. McDermott's checked in. The free throw drops for Leaf. Here's Jones, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Outside Jackson. Here's Clark. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. T.J. Warren picks one up.
Tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score.
The Grizzlies have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game. He misses the free throw.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Now, here's McConnell over Jones, and the last-second attempt doesn't fall. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot, Jonas. Good first half for you getting the ball inside, and you look really aggressive out there.
I'm just doing my job, what I need to do, be active in the paint, rebound, get some touches, go for work.
Always good to see a big man who plays big. Thanks, Jonas. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They were on a nice little roll in that opening period as they got their lead up as high as 7 points. They asserted themselves nicely in the second quarter and now have a fairly comfortable 5-point lead here at halftime. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave them a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
Well, Ernie, this is definitely a big wake-up call for them. The field goal percentage is sitting in the low 30s. They came out unfocused, unmotivated, unprepared. If they can't turn the tide and play with greater efficiency, it's going to be a long second half.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Victor Oladipo in this game, he has been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3, the small forward. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. Valanciunas passes to Morant.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
That's good from Morant.
And what really separates Morant? The intangibles. He has a great camaraderie with his teammates already.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Pacers. Morant with the steal. Oladipo against Brooks. Here's Morant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
The first one falls. The shoe culture becoming a bigger part of the game. Signature shoes, custom shoes, collections. P.J. Tucker with over 4,000 pairs of shoes. C. Webb, are you a collector?
I love it, and it's all because of the Jordan phenomenon, what Michael Jordan did for the game, not just with the shoe, but what he did for the game and making it be so cool in the culture. I got to give my boys in Michigan, I got to give us a little credit, too, with what we did there. But the shoe game has definitely become something that's just crazy out of control. I love it, but no, yeah, I'm a little bit of a collector.
Now Brooks, after Victor Oladipo missed from long range. Morant dishes to Brooks. Over Oladipo. Brooks misses. Pacers trail by 8. Lamb up top, defended by Anderson. Brogdon finds Oladipo. Second chance shot. Sabonis with the bucket.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Now here's Brooks. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. The putback and the second chance effort by Jackson.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Now Brogdon. Takes it from 10. It's rebounded by Memphis.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
First free throw is good.
And what you like most about Brooks is his attacking mentality. I mean, he's someone who excels at taking on the defense and charging inside.
And both free throws good for Brooks. Pacers trail by 10. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Brogdon outside. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Brooks. Left side Anderson. Trying his luck from deep. Pacers with the rebound. Sabonis has got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. To the left side wing. Here's Morant. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Morant. Morant's got the lead up to 12 now for the Grizzlies. For Indiana, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Sabonis with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Here's Lamb. And Lamb slams it home.
And the leaping ability of Lamb, he gets off the ground fast to ram it home.
Morant kicks to Jackson. And it's Memphis with another. And Brogdon has got the ball here for Indiana. Down by 12. And there's the pass to Oladipo. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Who knows what this score would look like if he wasn't on his game tonight.
Morant passes to Jackson. And here's Morant. Back to Jackson. Over Sabonis. Jackson misses. Pacers trail by 10. Here's Brogdon. Morant with the steal. Oladipo against Brooks. Pass to Morant. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Brogdon. Pacers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. No good from Lamb.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Here's Morant. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Morant's got 16.
Well, when you have a guy like Morant, an elite ball handler who can hit from anywhere, there's no real limit to the points he can score.
Indiana's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Brogdon the pass to Sabonis. Now here's Brogdon. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Brooks misses.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Easier to go strong to the hoop, but I tell you what, when you feel it, take it from deep.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Coming into the NBA, Victor Oladipo, Greg, drew some comparisons to Dwayne Wade, but it was working out with D-Wade that helped take Victor's game to the next level.
And listen, anytime you're the 2nd overall pick, which he was back in 2013, stardom is expected. It just took a while. Now he's got to apply that same work ethic to overcoming the knee injury.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Jay Crowder's checked in for Jaren Jackson. And Josh Jackson subbed in for Kyle Anderson. The Pacers also with a sub. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Brogdon.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
To the paint, here's Turner. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Warren's checked in for the Pacers.
And the ceiling Turner has is impressive. Has the potential to be a dominant big man in this league.
Now here's Morant. He's got 16. Brooks against Oladipo. Here's Jackson, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. And that's now 11 points for Josh Jackson.
And he's not going to pass up that one. And trust me, he shouldn't. He's solid from that in-between area.
Here's McConnell. Pass to Warren. Back to McConnell. Morant with the steal.
Yeah, they've gotten careless, Kevin. No doubt about it with their turnovers in the second half.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
McConnell scanning the floor. Outside Warren. The high post shot kept alive. Here's Sabonis. Nice D from Brooks. Memphis leading by 8. Passes it to Valanciunas. Here's Jackson. No good on the shot. And Indiana will come the other way. Down low. Here's Oladipo. Brooks grabs the board. Memphis has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
And that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Leaf checked in for Miles Turner. McDermott comes in for Sabonis. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Oladipo. McConnell with it. To the inside. Leaf. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. McConnell's got 4 assists now tonight.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Now here's Morant. 18 points for him. It's hauled in by Leaf. Leaf's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside Warren. Holiday, the pass to McDermott. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Shot clock at 5. And Holiday kicks to McDermott from downtown. And Indiana, another 3.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Stripped away. And a fast break now for the Pacers. The shot by McConnell, no good.
He's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And let's look now at the group of young players that have been locked in from the charity stripe. Your leading rookie free throw shooters of the past month. Ja Morant is second.
He has been locked in at the line, taking complete advantage whenever he's got an opportunity to put points on the board.
And the first one drops. Clark, he's checked in for Memphis. Jones comes in for Morant. Both good from the line that time. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Indiana. 7-point differential. Holiday left side. Dishes to Warren. An easy 2 points on the layup.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And here's Jones. It's Brooks on the wing. Crowder inside. And the layup's good off the glass. Crowder's got 6.
Nice work offensively, and Crowder caps it off inside.
Pacers trail by 7. McConnell passes to Warren. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Jones kicks to Jackson. He feeds it to Clark. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Easy to appreciate the physicality that Clark plays with. This is what earns him those calls.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
First one falls for him. And so he hits both. Here's McConnell. Now the pass to McDermott. He dishes it to Holiday. No good. Nice D from Brooks. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. To the middle. Here's Jackson. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got 6 assists in the game.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Here's McConnell. We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. Pass to Leaf. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got 7 rebounds in the game. Memphis has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Crowder finds Brooks. Here's Jackson. Shot clock at 6. And it's good for 2. And now it's an 11-point Grizzly lead.
And how about the attack mode mentality that Jackson possesses? You can see there, even on the mid-range, he is looking to be aggressive.
Now, here's McConnell. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Here's Clark. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Shot by Crowder, no good. Pacers trail by 9. Now, here's McConnell. The kick out to Holiday. Pass to Leaf. Nails the wide open jump shot. Leaf's got 9 points. 35 seconds left to play in the third. Clark, the pass to Jones. That's tipped. Brooks against Holiday. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Memphis leading by 7. Now Morant. 18 points for him. Up top, Crowder. Got a piece of it.
Such a versatile defender. Anderson's length and basketball IQ, that's what allows him to guard multiple positions.
And so it's Memphis heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's listen in on what Nate McMillan had to say to his team.
Defensively, we got to keep these guys in front of us. Shooting, contested, 2. All right, play defense without fouling, and they get one shot.
Being aggressive, GA, without fouling. That's a good message, and that's what Coach McMillan wants.
The worst thing you can do is bail a team out. It's important that they just lock down here defensively.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And so in the game for the Pacers, we've got T.J. Warren, Malcolm Brogdon out there with T.J. McConnell. Then it's McDermott, and it's Leaf in at the 5 spot.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Here's Clark. He's covered by Warren. Clark, the pass to Jackson. Back to Clark. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists tonight. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Pass to Leaf. Now Brogdon. Floats one up, and that's 2 points on the layup.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Morant kicks to Jackson. Drops it in off the fadeaway.
And I'm not really sure that's the time for the fadeaway, but he sure can make it count.
Stolen by Anderson. Here's Morant. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Now here's McConnell. Here's the pass to Brogdon. Here's Leaf. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Yeah, the drive to the bucket was great, but the finger roll was even better.
Pass to Anderson. Tries a 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Leaf's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for them.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
Now here's Morant. Here's Jackson. Again, Memphis.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Brogdon with it. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Outside Warren. Over Jackson. And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Warren.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Clark, the pass to Jackson. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Pacers trail by 5. Inside, here's McDermott, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
11 feet away, and Jackson with the basket on the assist by Morant. 18 points for Jaren Jackson.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
The Grizzlies have been a winning team for most of the last decade. Injuries snapped their playoff streak back in 18, but the silver lining, a top draft pick they used to select Jaren Jackson.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Clark. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for TJ Leaf. Sabonis comes in for Doug McDermott. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Warren. And it's Victor Oladipo in for TJ McConnell. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, guys, I was able to hear Nate McMillan talk to his team during the break. He said, look, you guys are playing physical, and I like that, but it has to be under control. We've committed way too many fouls. We've allowed way too many foul shots. Kevin?
And it's Oladipo with the jam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right, and I love the opportunistic approach. These kinds of hustle plays can be game changers.
And so it's Indiana with it, trailing by 2. And in his rookie season, Jaren Jackson, the youngest player in the league, he seemed NBA ready.
And already he impacts the game on both ends of the floor. A ton of upside with this young man. He's already helping the Grizz win games.
Free throw good, Sabonis. And Sabonis drops them both. The Grizzlies have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. They grabbed their own miss. Here's Valanciunas, and it's sent back by Turner. Logged in the pass to Oladipo, so they take the lead.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And a player who flew under the radar last year, Malcolm Brogdon. Pacers wanted to add him over the summer. Got a hefty deal from Indiana to leave the Bucks. Exactly the kind of player that the Pacers need.
Now, here's Brogdon. Following the miss by Ja Morant. Brogdon finds Sabonis. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. And it's a 4-point Pacer lead.
And there's been a drop-off in their defense since halftime. I mean, they don't nearly have the same energy they did in the first half.
Now here's Morant. He's guarded by Brogdon. Jackson passes to Morant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the low block. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. On offense, here are the Pacers. They're on a 19-6 run. To the inside, Sabonis, and the rejection by Valanciunas. The second chance effort. Sabonis with the bucket. And the Pacers lead by 6.
And they shot just over 30% in that first half. Not what they were looking for, obviously, but they're getting much better looks here since halftime and have brought that percentage up.
Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. On the wing, Lamb, defended by Anderson. Lamb passes to Sabonis. Brogdon outside. Doesn't go that time. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Here's Jackson. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
I tell you what, Jackson is a lot stronger than you realize until you see him up close. Also great at just staying in control and finishing those tough shots.
Got a piece of it. Brogdon outside. Pass to Oladipo. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Lamb offline with his 3. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Passes it to Anderson. Lays it up and banks it in.
So good at keeping his balance. Anderson doesn't let aggressive defense get to him.
Brogdon outside. And the pass to Turner. Nice D from Valanciunas. For Memphis, they've gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Here's Morant. Can't cash in from close range.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Jay Crowder comes in for Jackson. And Brooks subbed in for Kyle Anderson.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Timeout called. The Grizzlies. Victor Oladipo really making a difference here.
Oh, yeah, no question what they'll be talking about in this timeout. They need to figure out some way to slow him down.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Miles Turner.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
Morant kicks to Brooks. To the left wing. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight, and few players are more explosive athletically.
And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
And the first one at the line is good.
I like that he's playing with an edge here in the second half. I mean, he didn't get to the line once in the first half.
And so he makes both from the line. And so here is Indiana. 3-point lead. Brogdon outside. Here's Oladipo. No good off the back of the rim. And so it's Crowder with it. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Pass to Morant. Back to Crowder. And the layup falls.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
Now, here's Brogdon. Oladipo outside. Over Jackson. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And Brooks, here we go.
You got to appreciate the fearlessness. I mean, Brooks enjoying having the ball in his hands in big spots.
Indiana trailing here. And here's Oladipo. Brogdon outside. Pass to Sabonis. And no good that time. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And that one misses. The Pacers making a switch here. McConnell's checked in. second free throw, no good.
And this has not been a very good performance at the line for him. And in fact, it's been downright ugly.
And that one's good, Morant.
And this is what you want from your leader. No moment is too big for Morant.
Pacers trail by 3. And the Pacers call time here.
And the talk in their huddle is going to be about taking care of the basketball. I mean, their turnover numbers are terrible.
Sabonis finds McConnell. Back to Sabonis. Passes to McConnell. 6 to shoot. The pass to Sabonis. Shoots over Morant. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Now, here's Oladipo. .153 left in the fourth quarter. No one near Turner as he lets it go.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
It's the first, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And Sabonis drops them both.
Wrong guy to put on the line in the close game. You know he's not going to miss.
Timeout called. The Grizzlies. They're in front by 3. 1:46 left to play in the final quarter. .146 left here in the fourth quarter. Yep, it counts. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
And sometimes it seems Brooks is better at scoring like this. I mean, he enjoys overcoming challenges.
Oladipo against Brooks. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Crowder goes in. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got assist number 8 here in this one already. .124 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Brooks against Oladipo. Over in the corner, Lamb. Wide open look. And rebounds again. This kind of effort is amazing.
And he will not be denied.
Brooks dishes to Valanciunas. Back to Brooks. Over Oladipo. Brooks with the bucket. And now it's a 9-point Memphis lead.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for. And when it pans out like this, it's a great fit.
Oladipo against Brooks. Tipped away.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Yeah, Greg, and it's more than just being in the right place at the right time. I mean, he's been active and aggressive.
Now here's Brooks. Clock at 6. He can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Oladipo.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save him tonight.
Well, it's tough, man. When you get to this point in the game, you fought hard, did your best, but just wasn't enough.
Outside Crowder. Now here's Morant. So it's Memphis picking up the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Jonas, you have a lot on you in terms of patrolling the paint. How do you think you're doing?
I feel good. You know, there is a better game, there is a worse game, but, you know, I'm bringing energy every game. I'm fighting, and my job is take rebounds, set a screens. I'm doing that job.
It's grunt work, but you're good at it. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.